So, where we are in the story, you were all in the village of Erzin, which exists on the back of these horizon back tortoises, and it meanders through the Broken Vale Marsh. And the governor there, Ogre Lord Bufal II, contracted you to investigate the disappearance of his advisor and warlock, Bolbara. He also lent you the aid of one of his trusted hobgoblins, Morgid, who you traveled with for some time through the swamp, facing the normal perils that exist in a swamp, such as plague and poisonous snakes.
Is it a farting swamp?
And you uncovered a cave of bullywugs, where in the encounter, Altias, the druid, smacked Morgan with his shillelagh, nearly killing him, causing some animosity and a rift between you. So your guide has now abandoned you. But we left off at the close of the second day of travel through the Broken Vale Marsh. You were able to see a gathering storm on the horizon. So we'll say that you all got a long rest, and waking up the next day, it has not yet begun to rain, but the sky is threatening a downpour, it seems. There's distant rumbles of thunder. So who would like to take the lead today?
Is it nature or survival? I made that mistake last time.
I don't know. Do you remember?
It was the one that I took at that time was nature, and that was intelligence-based. Not my strong point. But I think moving through the swamps should be survival, right?
Yes.
I think
Ken is happy
I
to
looked
lead the
around.
way again, but I will follow if others.
Yes. Last time Ken took the lead, he just started barging off through the swamp.
Ken did
So
a
someone,
great job
someone
last
might
time.
want
He's not
to.
good.
Hey, you guys
We're
did
about
find some
halfway there
treasure.
because of Ken.
You found some treasure in that bullywug den.
yeah, those bottles were fantastic. I think having found that meteorite, Altair is a bit more motivated, and
So Altias
Maybe
wishes
you-
to lead the party today.
yes, sir.
All right, go ahead and make me a wisdom survival check. Let me make sure combat utility belt is on.
Womp womp. 8
An 8. Okay.
makes you guys feel any better. I did roll a 4, so 8 out of a 4 is not as bad as it could be.
So, Altias. So here's what happens. You guys get lost again.
But I definitely feel like I did a better job, even though I didn't do a better job than
Yeah.
Ken.
So you, yes.
I'm
so
like
you
spouting
start-
out like points. Like you see this stick over here, like moss only grows on the north side of this tree here, and that's how I know
Yes,
we're going the
yes.
right way.
Can find mystical meteorite you search entire life for, but you find stick. Good job. Magic stick.
Okay. So as you are trudging through the swamp, not exactly sure what direction you're going in, but Altias leading the way. I'll say, as you're going through the swamp, all of a sudden, a large snake drops out of the canopy. Altias, you being in the front, I will need you to make a dexterity saving throw to see if you can dodge out of the way.
Okay.
As it drops down from the canopy.
What type of saving throw. Normal. That is a something.
All right, you are considered grappled by this giant constrictor snake.
Hmm. So
And-
I only have the grappled condition, right?
Yes, for now. Let's see. We're going to go into battle. We can begin combat. I believe everybody can roll initiative. And actually, you are going to take damage from this.
Thank you.
And you're going to take 3 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. I'm gonna add that in.
So first up
Sorry, he's
is
trying to, like,
the
hit anything.
constrictor snake.
Fuck you, snake.
And it is going to keep squeezing you. Actually, it's going to try and bite Altias.
Okay.
And you are grappled by it. I don't think it gets advantage because of that. Let me double check. This is the first time I'm actually going to need to pull out my DM screen for the online campaign. Yeah, look at some of these notes I got back here. I should get in the habit of setting this thing up in front of my keyboard.
Yeah, it has a lot of useful information.
Yeah, just all the like quick reference for the conditions. Yeah, your speed 0. Blah, 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 the conditional. Yeah, no, it doesn't get advantage. So it's just a normal roll. So I think that's gonna miss.
Yes.
So although it is squeezing you, you're writhing around, and it doesn't have it hasn't like completely engulfed you. But it is squeezing in on you, but you have enough room to wiggle your upper body out of the way as it tries to sink its jaws into your shoulder. That will end the snake's turn. So next up we have Ken.
Alright, I'm gonna cast False Life on myself.
Okay, you give yourself some extra hit points. You gain an additional.
Hell yeah.
All right, so you get 8. So
That almost doubles my...
you're
hit
at 10. So you're at here. I got you. You're at 18 out of 10. Yeah.
Alrighty. And then I'm going to kind of move back and over like this. So
Okay.
I'm kind of like off to the side.
All right. Does that end your turn?
Yes, that was my turn. Pass turn.
Okay. So next we have Tygar. So I'll just go ahead and I guess make his play. I think we know mostly what he's going to do. So yeah, Tygar's going to run up and try, and he's going to attack the. He will attack the snake with his claws, his unarmed strike, but with his claws. Oh, that was almost really good. Yeah, so with a 10, he is not quite able to. He grabs onto the coils and he's trying to pull the coils off of Altias, but to roughly no effect. So Altias, it is now your turn. Yeah.
So how does breaking out of a grapple work? Is that take an action, or is it just something that happens? Or can I like just attempt it?
No, it would be your action to try and break the grapple.
Okay. It just means that I don't have any movement, correct?
Yes, you have 0 movement.
Okay. So I'm going to I'm going to bonus action Shillelagh.
Oh, I'm sorry. It should have had an advantage against you because you are considered restrained.
I'm also restrained.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But as part of the grapple, you're considered restrained. As part of this
Okay.
grapple, the creature.
Let me just double check the restrained condition so I know.
Your speed is 0. Can't benefit from any bonus to your speed. Attacks rolls against you have advantage, and your attack rolls have disadvantage, and you have disadvantage on Dex saving throws.
Okay, so that's pretty serious. I don't really care about grapple. I care about
The restraint, yeah.
yeah. Okay. All right, then I try to get out. I'm gonna use a athletics.
It is a strength check to try and escape.
Okay, strength check or athletics.
It is a strength.
I guess
check.
it doesn't matter for me. Okay.
Boost.
Strength.
Raw
Ability
strength.
check. Yes, sir. Which is actually a pretty strong, decent.
Ooh, wow. So, yeah, especially with the assistance of Tygar here, trying to help loosen the snake's grip, you actually are able to kind of flex your muscles a bit and like kind of Hulk explode out of the coils here, throwing the snake off of you. You're able to wrestle it off of you, tossing it back. So you have broken the grapple and restrain.
Okay, and that took my action to do, correct?
Yes, that is your action.
Okay.
But you have your movement back now.
As a bonus action, I'm going to invoke my starry form, which is a my circle druid thing. I'm gonna do the ranger or archer form.
Okay.
Which I'll pull it up now, so it's
Yeah,
easy to see.
I'm looking at it. Throw it in the chat too.
How do I just click it like that? Use ability.
Yeah.
Okay. So, the starry form, Archer Constellation selected. When you activate this form, and as a bonus action on the subsequent turns, last you can make a ranged spell. Like I should have disadvantage on it because I'm within 5 feet. But luminous arrow that targets one creature within 60 feet.
Yep.
So I'm gonna do that with disadvantage.
Well, no, because isn't it a bonus action to assume the starry form? And this says
Yes, but it says
as
when you activate this form, and as a
okay. All right, sorry, I thought it was as all right. Yep, no, you're right.
I only rolled an 11 though.
Okay, an 11 does not hit.
Okay. How's my health? I'm gonna try to get the fuck out of here if I can. I'm just gonna move because I don't want to waste an action to disengage later. So I'm gonna move. One. Anything happen?
Yeah, that would be an attack of opportunity because you're out of melee range, going that way.
Okay.
So
Go for
it will try to bite. $17.
A 17 hits.
Oh, you take 12 piercing damage as you back away from the snake. It strikes out again, sinking a large fang through your forearm. Fortunately, this is a non-venomous variety, but this is a large constrictor snake, and yeah, you just took a serious
15,
bite.
20, 25, 30.
I'll back it all the way up.
Yes.
All I'm saying is,
That ends my
Ken
turn.
finds delicious snacks.
You are if you
delicious
have additional movement, you can. Do you have additional movement?
No.
Okay,
I
I
don't
was
think
gonna say, if you wish to flee, you can do that by going off frame.
No, I want to stay in the fight. I just want to
Okay.
stay in the front.
All right, is that it?
Yes, sir.
All right, Humberto, you are up, and I'm gonna move this leather to Ken.
Oh, if you refresh,
Okay, yeah, I'll import it. Did you get the longsword too?
So I'm gonna try to sneak attack this snake. I'm gonna try to go around. Alright, I'm trying to move to the right side of the snake. It won't let me, but I know I have the movement to do it.
Okay, here I can move you.
And then do I roll a sneak? I roll a regular attack, and if it hits,
Yeah, so it's
It does
considered
the same.
flanked because of Tygar. So, yep. So you roll a
Alright,
regular
so I'm
attack, and if it hits, you'll deal extra sneak attack damage. Oh, sorry. Was there a question?
yeah, a short sword is we could consider that a finesse weapon, right?
I believe so.
So I'm gonna
Martial
do my
melee
first
weapon.
attack.
Get the PHB out.
My first
I have it
attack.
up on the
public
tab.
roll,
You want me to check it for you?
normal.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. At least I know it is in Baldur's Gate in the video game, and that
You said
uses
short sword?
the same rules. Yeah. Oh wait, this
Short
is the
sword is
monster
finesse.
manual. Okay, cool.
Does an 11 hit?
11 does not hit. Oh man, you guys are just under the mark here. Yeah, 11 does not hit. So as you sneak out, sneak around the snake, you try to hit it, but it actually catches wind of your movements and is able to writhe its body out of the way.
I'm pretty sure I get 2 attacks, right? Yeah.
Not at this level.
Oh,
I
not
don't
at
think
this
so.
level. Okay.
Yeah, not yet.
And then I'm gonna use as a
Actually,
bonus action.
you might as a bonus action. You get that pretty, depending on your rogue type, which
Let me
actually you don't
see.
get. Wait.
Yeah, let me check my D&D.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I
have
thought I
cunning.
had a-
You have cunning action, so you can dash, disengage, or hide as a bonus action. Yeah, depending on what you take at 3rd level, I think if you take assassin, then you can attack
Is it
as a
saying-
bonus action.
I can't remember. I thought I was doing 2 attacks before, but I might be wrong. I might be thinking of my other character. So I'm gonna use cunning action to kind of back off
All right, so
and
use
like
a
go
bonus
to
action.
the right.
Okay.
Yeah, like kind of go to like the right where I'm a little bit out, like I'm out of his range.
5, 10. So you'll. Yeah, that's probably what you got. So I'll say you back up 10 feet.
Yeah, and I'm like tucking in the foliage.
Okay. So it's a disengage action. So then it comes to the snake, and you having tried to sneak attack it and sneak around it, it's going to try to Humberto. It is going to try to constrict you now.
Does Ken do anything when he makes that movement? Not Ken.
And Tygar
Tiger?
will get an attack of opportunity. This is a normal attack to constrict you. Wah,
Oh!
wah, wah.
Would it
So
I did it come up? Oh, okay. That's cool. That works out for me.
Tygar's going
No
to
harm, no loss, though.
get an attack of opportunity here. That's going to hit. So he's going to do, I think he does additional damage with his claws, though.
Oh, only a 1d6.
here's
I'm gonna pull up
claws.
the cat race.
Difference. Okay, so that is 7 damage. So as the snake goes by, Tygar pulls out its claws and slashes it as it goes to try to wrap its way around Humberto. But the force of Tygar's strike was enough to knock it off course so that it did not find its mark in Humberto. So Ken, your turn.
I'm gonna just run right at it and stab it.
All right, go for it.
And I'm gonna make a regular attack with my longsword and then do my bonus action second attack with the dagger.
All right.
Do I do versatile? Do you know? Like,
No, it would be normal. Versatile would be
Okay, just
using 2 hands.
versatile will be two-handed, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 1 and 2.
That is a crit one, I believe. That does not hit.
Do I still get to do my bonus action?
Yeah,
after
you'd still have a
crit one?
bonus action. Your longsword though gets stuck in the mud.
So I'm gonna say my longsword gets stuck in the mud.
It's
And
yeah,
I say-
it's just flavor wise.
Okay,
not,
and I just fling my dagger at him.
Okay, with a 10, so you're throwing your dagger.
Yeah,
And
do I just lose my dagger?
It whizzes by. No, it whizzes by and it sticks into a log. A log behind, like it. Yeah, there's just like a log on the ground that it sticks into. So you haven't lost it, and your sword. I just say it sticks in the mud for flavor. It's not like you can't pull it out of mud, right? Mud is pretty
But
soft.
I have to go get my dagger.
But yeah, you're gonna have to go get that dagger.
Do I have any movement left?
You would have a couple of feet of movement left, I think. Yeah, maybe like 5 or 10
All
feet
right. Then I'm just gonna move like here and start making my way towards
towards the dagger. Yeah, I'll say the dagger. Is
Like,
like,
haha, you don't want any of this, dick.
yeah, your dagger's over here. Can you see that ping?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Cool.
That's why I figured trying to make a little bit, start making my
Yep.
way.
All right. So that would bring us to Tygar. You know what? I'll say from here, he's going to throw his boomerang.
Oh shit.
Oh my gosh.
20.
Says 99 hours left.
So critical hit with his boomerang. Does another 7 damage. So Tygar throws his boomerang and it swings around and smacks the snake in the head, and then it bounces off and returns right to his hand. So we're at Altius.
Okay. So Altius is a bit upset about his last encounter. He thinks back to his roots. Actually, no, not his roots. This is something based off of his new class. He uses a guiding bolt, which he can use twice a day, without using any spell slots.
That's pretty good.
So he's gonna take aim. He points his
And what's letting you cast that without a spell slot?
This is a side feature of Stars Druid.
Okay.
I get guiding
Oh,
bolt and
yeah.
guided as a free thing, and it lets me do it twice per day.
Okay.
If you want, I can pop the feature up that goes with it.
So go ahead and cast your guiding bolt. That's
We
going
need
to
something
hit.
good. Yes. Okay, so this does 46 damage.
Nice.
That is very hard to read. 19 damage.
Ooh. Nice.
And then I'm gonna try to scroll up to find my. I'll just look for it. I'm gonna do an attack with my starry form bonus action.
Yep.
Just gonna pop it up on the screen so I can find it better.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Ooh.
Oh, yes,
That
25.
hits. That hits. Roll
Yeah.
damage.
All right.
Nice.
Big turn. Ooh. Two
nah.
ones.
Oh, it still does 10 fucking damage. Holy shit.
Yeah, because of the modifiers. Wow. Wow.
Is it vulnerable to it or anything silly like that?
Sucks,
No.
bud.
Okay.
But
yeah, I'm good.
you did do a lot of radiant damage, so you see. Oh, and technically your starry form would have had advantage,
Is it dead?
unless
But
is there
did it die?
you don't have brutal critical. No, it's not dead yet. I'm trying to think of any
No.
reason you would have crit on the 19, but I don't think you would.
There's-
However, your
No.
attack would have had advantage, so roll another d20 just to see if you do crit.
Come here, dude.
Okay.
Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
Okay. So,
What would it give? Wait, why did you say I had advantage?
because you're a guiding bolt. The next,
Guiding bolt gives me advantage on my next attack.
yeah.
I didn't realize that. Oh yeah.
Before the end of your next turn, the next attack roll made against this creature has advantage thanks to the mystical dim light.
Oh shit.
So
that's cool.
you hit it with a guiding bolt.
Damn, that's a fucking
Light this
powerful
thing up.
spell.
You do, yeah. Guiding bolt's really good. Deal a ton of radiant damage to it, and it lights up with a dim radiant glow, which you use to guide your follow-up attack.
If I had
Using
known that,
your
I would have reversed the order and let the next person have advantage.
Using your starry form, you shoot another radiant bolt out of your twilight form, and the rest of you watch as what appears to be a shooting star arcs through the air, impacting with this snake, and it recoils, heavily damaged by that turn. Next up is Humberto.
All right, so I'm right next to it, so I'm just going to. It doesn't see me, so I'm gonna swing into it, try to get a sneak, I guess, or does it see me?
So it is flanked right now by Ken, so you would be able to get sneak attack.
All right, sure.
So it's a regular attack, but if you do damage, you'll add sneak attack. Fortunately, that does not hit.
And then I'm gonna cunning action. Am I
Bonus
gonna get
action,
hit with
disengage.
opportunity?
No,
Am
so
I gonna
that's
get hit with opportunity going that way? or no?
no, that's what the bonus action disengage does. Is it allows you to move without getting opportunity attacks.
All right, so I'm just gonna go back into this corner.
So that
I
brings
can't
us
get-
back to the top where the snake is up. You being the closest one to it, Ken, it is going to try and constrict you.
Bring it, the pussy. Try and cut off my circulation.
Ooh, does 22 hit? I think so.
Well, the leather armor did bump my AC to 13.
So, well, you had the false life, which put you at 18 hit points, right?
Yep.
So that's very fortunate because as you get coiled around and crushed by this giant snake, you take 16 points of bludgeoning damage.
Hey, nobody can tell if whether it actually hurts or not because I'm just still completely rigid and stiff.
Oh wait, so you should be at 2. Yeah, I think I
You're
messed
like,
it up.
is he
Oh, it
asleep or is he
had
I
the
don't
temporary hit points down there. Oh, cool. All right. Yep, cool. So like you guys watch as Ken's eyes like pop out of his head as he's being squeezed by this snake, almost to death. But that will then make it your turn, Ken.
So I am going to point my finger at my dagger and cast catapult on it.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
And what is it?
So-
Saving throw.
So it's a
DC 13.
dexterity saving throw. So
Like,
got it.
Name. Yeah.
Yeah, on the right is one and the left is the other.
Yep. All right. So it makes the save. So on a failed save, the object strikes the target and stops moving.
Can I say I like aimed it towards me and try and use my bonus action to catch it?
So, sure. I'll let you make a dexterity. You make a dexterity saving throw.
13.
That is exactly what you needed to not get killed by your own spell. So, you catch the dagger. If you failed, you were going to take the full damage from the spell.
kind of figured.
That is exactly what you needed to stay alive. So, You summon the dagger to your hand, but the snake is able to avoid it.
I was trying to catch it in my teeth, but I came a little off, but I did manage to catch it in my hand.
You do manage to catch it.
Yeah. Now I'm just kind of squirming in the grip of the snake with my dagger back. Alrighty.
Okay, so that brings us to Tygar. Having such great luck with his... Well, actually, now seeing another one of his friends wrapped up by the snake, he's going to run in and make another melee attack. So we will do... Yeah, we'll say another unarmed strike. 15. So that will hit. And he's going to do 5 points of damage to this snake. So again, he pops out. Actually, he's not going to use his claws this time. He's going to bare knuckle him. He runs up and, in true boxer form, uppercuts the snake up under his jaw, knocking him back and away from Ken as the snake was coming in for a bite. And that will end his turn. So we'll go to Altias.
So am I still constricted?
You are still constricted.
Okay.
Just adding that in there
Okay.
for a little flavor. Go ahead.
I'm going to use my bonus actions to do that starry form thing, which I corrected in the features.
Okay.
So it no longer will do that double damage bullshit.
Okay, cool. Nice.
Starry form attack. That is a
13 will hit.
13 hits. Okay, cool. And what do we... No, I gotta go back up. Starry form attack. Damage. Ooh, damn.
6
Okay,
points of
6.
damage.
Okay. How'd that do?
He's looking really rough.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
So you
6.
you plug another shooting star like arrow into the coils of this giant snake.
Okay. So right now I'm holding a shield and a staff. So I'm going to drop my shield and pull out from my inventory a sling
Okay.
and swing at it with the sling. Swing my
All right.
sling.
11 does not
Does
hit.
not hit. Okay.
No, as you throw a stone, it just kind of bounces feebly off of the snake's coils.
Okay. That ends my turn.
All right, Humberto, it is your turn.
I'm gonna flank behind it again.
Yep.
Actually, can I use if I use my breath weapon for this straight line, I'm not gonna hit anybody, right?
I'll say
Pretty good.
that this is large enough creature where, yes, you could, although you would definitely hit Ken because he is coiled up by the snake.
Alright, I'm not gonna hit you.
But you would be able to avoid Tygar.
So Humberto was considering using his breath weapon, but he just sees Ken wrapped up, and he sees how everyone's fighting, and just admires the fact that everyone's fighting well together. So he doesn't want to mess that balance up.
Oh.
So I'm going to hit. Get the fuck
8 does
out of
not
here.
hit. In a valiant effort to try and save your companion who is coiled in this snake, and at first having that moment of hesitation of your breath weapon causes your sword strike to miss.
Humberto looks for a little snake that's super venomous to let it bite him. He's done for the day. I'm going to use cunning action to disengage again.
Mm-hmm. So that brings us back to the top, and the snake is going to get probably one more turn here. So it's going to take its bite against Ken, who is coiled up. This is at advantage because you are restrained. A 20 to hit.
Oh shit! How's your health, dude?
I think he has less than 8.
Yeah, so I'm down.
Oh shit!
So the snake goes to bite Ken, and you guys watch as his upper torso is now engulfed by this snake as it's attempting to swallow him.
I like to imagine I'm still
Uh,
stiff as a board.
and
He's trying
you
to like
see-
gag me down.
Yeah, you see it's like
Oh, okay, Ken.
teeth
I-
sunk into him, and it's now starting to try and eat him.
I had it in my head it was Umberto again.
Ken,
What do I roll as far as
death save. Just roll a d20.
It's just a straight D20.
Straight d20. Good or bad. That is a pass.
All right, that am I doing, guys?
So Tygar is up, and seeing his his compatriot here felled by this snake and it starting to engulf him, he will become furious and he will take his attack again, now with his claws. Oh, it says he has a bonus action on arm strike. Oh, he probably could have been doing 2 attacks. Yeah, that's monk shit. 4 will not hit, but he can take an unarmed strike as a bonus action, which I'm sorry, I did not realize. You know what? This is what you get if you don't show up. So he's going to take his second bonus. That will hit. As he does 5 damage with his claws. That causes the snake to stop ingesting Ken. It still has him in his coils. Altias, it is your turn.
Okay, so I just did a quick search, but I'm going to run it by you.
Yeah.
Guidance would affect a death saving throw. From what the internet says, yes, it does work on death saving throws.
Okay.
Do you agree with that? I can pull it up as a feature if you'd like. Wait.
Yeah, no, because it applies to any checks, right? Like ability checks and saving throws and stuff.
Yeah, I'm going to cast guidance on...
So in
My-
order to
oh,
cast guidance, though, you have to touch him.
Oh,
Get in here,
you
bro.
are right. And he's not close enough to me, is he? Is it Dalton's character, right?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
I mean, and
4,
he's
5,
engulfed by the snake.
I mean,
You'd
I'm
have
within
to
6
make...
I'm within 30. I can.
Yeah, you can
touch
get
him.
there. You can get there, like, to the area, but he is grappled by the snake. So I'm gonna say you'd have to make a dex check to, like, actually touch him.
You have to roll
Uh,
your luck check to see
I
if
think
you
I
can
move a bit closer, and then seeing just how rough this snake is, I think I change my tactic a bit and just kind of like hope we can end the fight soon.
Yeah.
So I go back to my my same basic attacks before. I'll do my sling attack.
That's gonna hit.
Okay.
Roll damage.
Attack damage. Okay. Normal, and then I'll slide up to 9.
5 damage. So you use your sling. This thing is barely clinging to life.
Okay, I'm gonna use my archer form for my
Yep.
bonus action.
Oh, that hits. I don't even need you to roll damage because it only has 1 HP left.
Fuck yeah.
So
Okay.
So what I'll say happens is you kind of combine your starry form into your sling attack, and your sling stone becomes a shooting star. How you want to do it?
Yeah, so like you said, I imagine that I scoop up with there's like a gnarled, like rooty end to my staff, and like almost like a claw, and I scoop into the earth and pick up some stone with it and launch it, and as it moves, it picks up this like glowing radiant energy, and smashes into the snake. It kind of like hits it in its belly, and then rides up a bit into its stomach, and then pops out the back end further up its spine.
Yeah, so you send a beam straight through this snake, for severing its ties to this mortal world. And yeah, as its body goes limp, right beside it is the limp body of Ken.
Okay, so I move in. I guess, are we out of combat at this point?
Yes, we would be out of combat.
Okay, so I take
Out of 5.
Oh, you don't. Well, I don't think you necessarily need to do a save now because we're out of combat.
okay.
Unless your friends are just gonna let you sit here. So Altai says he's gonna do something. I assume
I was just gonna
a
give
good
him a
berry's
good
on the
berry
way.
and try to
Yeah.
bring him up.
So you could mash a good berry into his mouth. Well, wait, he can't eat. He's unconscious.
It's up to you how you want to play that. If you say that people that are down can't take good berry, that's
I mean, he has to be able to.
There's only one thing that can save me. Somebody get a roasted frog leg.
I don't. Well, I don't know. I don't know if you could eat if you're unconscious.
Can it stabilize him? Can a good
You can
berry
make a. Hold
stabilize
on.
him?
I mean, could I do a medicine check with advantage?
You could definitely do.
So I just stand up.
Oh, so you're done your saves?
Yeah. Did you? Oh, he rolled a 20. Yeah. So he failed one. Yeah. So.
As I'm figuring out what to do,
You're
I've got
up
like
to
good berries
one.
in one hand. I've got like I don't know. I'm like charging an electric shock in my other hand. Try to debate what to do. To get him
Can
to
I-
wake up.
It's open, and I just sit up.
Can I investigate the snake's body and see if we dropped anything, or if there's anything like in its teeth, or if anything attached to it?
I guess a good berry would, if you want to chomp his mouth together and massage his throat, you could feed him a good berry and bring him back to 1. But with the crit 20 there, that brings you up to 1 as well. So Ken, I'll say you come back at 2 hit points. Yeah.
Do you think they get to make an insight check with that at all?
Insight for
Me
what?
come back to life? For why I come back to life?
Oh, that's right. Oh yeah, is that why you do the thing? So-
Doing it.
Yeah. So I'll tell you, make a perception check.
Perception or insight?
Either.
Okay, they're both good. So
So
hey, with
okay.
advantage.
So
Or,
here's
that's
how
20.
this goes down. Altais, you run up to administer a good berry to Ken. He is unconscious there. And really, before you even get the good berry in his mouth, you see like his eyes roll back to consciousness, like as you're putting the good berry in his mouth, and you realize that something happened here on the verge of life and death, where Ken seems to have cheated death in some way here in this
So, with-
in this situation
my-
before you got the good berry to him.
Can I say that with the double nat 20s? Like as you're watching him, you see his body kind of like the spot that he was constricted at, like starts to kind of like pop back into place, but it's not necessarily like a gentle healing. It's kind of like a violent like the bones are all going back to where they need to be functional again, but they're all kind of doing it in like a very graphic,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, he
Not-
not
definitely
maybe
had
slow
some
and
crushed
natural.
ribs that, like, yeah, like kind of
like they're still in
convulse
pieces, but
back
they're all
into
in the right
place.
spot now.
Yeah.
So having my history with my family and whatnot in around the Luxon, I for the first time, Altaius actually sees a glimmer of what's the word, like genuineness
Oh,
to the claims.
and actually, with a
Even-
natural 20, I'd say and knowing what you know about the Luxon, like, so the Luxon is more about rebirth of the soul, not the physical
That
body.
was going to be my question. What does this have to do?
So you actually don't know what you just witnessed, but you get the sense that this was not through the power of the Luxon.
I'll
Like,
say with like a natural 20,
I
you're
like.
aware
I
that
just
I
want to
fully
ask. I
believe
just
it's
want to
true.
say, like, is this the work of the Luxon? Because it doesn't match what I've been told, what I've been raised with.
yeah, and
What brings you back to life, my friend?
I do not know what exactly brings me back. I know that I came back and do not know where I used to come from. And I found people that showed me kindness. And on my body I had this symbol. And he takes off like shows you like his Luxon like amulet that he has around his neck.
Is it the dodecahedron one, the 10-sided die?
Yes. Yes.
Isn't that a sign of the Luxon, though?
It is.
It is.
And he said, I awoke and I had this around my neck, and I did not know what it meant, so I searched out answers.
Altias,
And
make
those I
a
got were to help those around you. And as time progressed, I truly came to believe in the teachings and came to believe that the Luxon has brought me here for some purpose.
Altias, make a history check, having grown up in and around Jorhas. So
Okay.
you have heard tale, and up to this point you've thought of this mostly as myth, and but you have heard tell of beings known as Hollow Ones that supposedly exist in an area of Jorhas known as the Blight Shore, and they're not necessarily zombies, but they're people who have died but come back to life as kind of a shadow of their former self, and yeah, there's a lot of as I said, kind of myth around these people. And all of them seem to stem from the area of the Blight Shore, which, again, growing up in and around the Jorhasian areas, you would know is an area to the east, is on the eastern coast, that is avoided by most people because it is a very dangerous area. But you have heard rumor of these semi-undead beings, the people that have come back as shadows of their former selves, almost as if they're missing a piece of their soul, and they're referred to as Hollow Ones.
Mm.
And what Ken has relayed to you, and again, it seems that Ken seems to believe that he has come back through the power of the Luxon, and that is how his devotion to the Luxon has come about. But what you have witnessed, knowing of your knowledge of the Luxon, it is not really the way that the Luxon works. As I said, that's more of a rebirth of the soul. than it is of the physical body.
I think Alteus kind of like shakily. It's not shakily and like afraid or like anything. It's just like confusion and not adding up correctly. It's like there's something amiss, and he doesn't see the connection of the two. He doesn't see how this world that he knows of and its effects match up with the world that he doesn't know of and their effects. Like, what is the connection between this far eastern dangerous world and this this thing that has often been used to, like, you know, stand above others within his family, but it's real, but it doesn't seem like there's something in between that he doesn't understand, and he's like trying to figure it out and failing to. I think he says at one point he just saves his situation by just saying, like, I'm glad you're back, my friend. Welcome back to the land of the living. It's been a long time.
You do not have to trust me, friend. Just trust in the Lux and trust that it knows the ways. For not all can walk in the light. Some must walk in the shadows to accomplish the tasks that it has before us. But let us move on.
As a friend of the night, I can appreciate that.
Where the fuck
I
did
agree.
you come from?
Welcome back. Where the fuck did I come from?
No, I'm just kidding. Yes, thank you guys for not letting that thing kill me. It was, I really thought it was going to eat me. No, I can't. I didn't think I could really die, but that was, close.
So,
Can I check the snake's body for anything with an investigation check to see if it has anything?
yeah, go ahead, make a survival check for me.
Also, Humberto watched everything silently from afar, super curious about it, but at the same time, he just lets people live. So he just think Ken's just special, but like not in like a special way, like an insulting way. You said it's survival.
Yeah, go ahead, make a survival check for me.
Did it not roll?
So you are able to get a piece of shedded snakeskin.
I'm gonna give it to Ken and say this is from the Luxon.
I'm gonna try and eat it.
You eat the snake. You try to eat the snakeskin. So
I'm gonna try
it's
and cook it. I'm gonna try and start. Actually, I just want to try and cook the snake because I thought the frog tasted so good that I'm gonna try and cook the snake.
You want to try and cook a piece of the snake? Yeah, you can do that. You go ahead and make a survival check.
And he's just like, this is great. I can work with these guys.
Like I'm kind of just like, yes, well, let's thank you guys for saving me. Let's, the frog legs seem to literally bring life into us. So let's see what we can do here. And survival. Did I roll it?
Yeah, you got a 12. So yeah, you can cut off after some time. You can cut off a piece of snake skin and snake meat. And you said you wanted to cook it, so
Yeah.
so I'll give you guys the benefit of a short rest here, and you can eat a meal without consuming any of your rations. It's a bit gamey, but it's not too bad. And can charge it a little bit, but it's not too bad. And I'll give you guys the benefit of a short rest here.
There's a lot of through the bone.
Yeah.
Do we,
See it?
do we gain any clear benefits from like health from a health standpoint?
No, it's just
From
a
eating.
normal short rest.
Okay, so we have to exhaust features or something to
Just hit dice.
heal, right?
Yep.
Well, hit dice or spells.
Yep. Yeah, whatever you would
Okay.
normally do during a short rest, but I'll say that you take the time of a short rest here, as Ken takes time to cook his snake.
Sure.
Humberto, I volunteer to take the lead this time.
I actually
All right,
for a
Humberto,
moment
yeah.
put my hand on your shoulder and I say, "My friends, I apologize for taking us astray. I
this a
was
guidance?
looking at the wrong signs, and you trusted in me. And this is why normally I move alone. Then there's no one to fail. I'm sorry."
Oh,
I can't die.
are you casting guidance?
I cast guidance on him, and wish him my best.
Okay, Humberto, make a survival check and add a D4 because of the guidance.
Survive. So, oh, dude, that's dope. We can add the situational bonus. I turn and say thank you. 1d4.
Nice.
So, Humberto, you know exactly where you are now on the map.
Yay. Where's the fort at?
So let me see. What can you see? I don't know how far you can see. Well, yeah, I guess you would know the map. Yeah, it's south of you.
So it's okay. So it's south. So
Yeah.
like I see the mountains to my left.
Yep.
There's
and
is
I would
that
say,
big rock?
Yep, I'll
What's
say
that big
sticking
rock
up.
right there?
You taking the guidance. You climb up a tree and survey around, and you actually are able to see. You see an obelisk-like rock sticking up out of the forest, fairly close to you, just south of your position. And also, you're able to see some telltale signs of activity along the. You can see the ridge line here along south, and you can see kind of wisps of smoke of where you gather the fort is. Campfires would be lit, some form of settlement off further south from your position. You also notice that the storm clouds you had seen are steadily gathering, and actually again off to the south. Make another perception check for me, actually. Perception or nature. Perception or nature. And you would still have guidance for the next hour, I think, right? Or does that only apply to one check?
I think it's one, but I can cast it again. It's a cantrip. One ability check. I cast it again.
Yeah, it's a cantrip, so you can just cast it again. That's what I was going to say. I just tripped myself with my headphones.
It does take concentration, so it's...
Yeah, it's
weird
still
thing.
up.
So 13.
And you did perception. So, yeah, you notice these storm clouds actually seem to be fairly localized in the area of the fort, and they don't seem to be moving like with the rest of the clouds. But the storm does seem to be gathering.
Hey guys, there's a really big rock, or we can go to the fort. I kind of want to check the rock out.
To check out the rock.
All right, we're going.
All right, we're going to the rock. As you move through the marshy lands here, approaching the obelisk under the direction of Humberto, who knows exactly where he's going now. Ahead you spy a mossy knoll rising out of the marsh with a curious standing stone at its center. A jagged 8-foot-tall monolith of black rock. The stone is laced with veins of crystal that shimmer with a strange light.
Can I do a check of some kind? Like,
Yeah.
as an Earth Genasi,
Mm-hmm.
what kind of a check can I make on this thing to...
Give me an Arcana or Religion check.
Give him an advantage, Ryan. Do I like helping him look at it?
Uh,
Is there anything I
I'll
can
say,
do or no?
and I'll let you. Yeah, sure. I'll let you give a help action, so you can go ahead and choose either Arcana or Religion and make it at advantage.
What was that? Okay. Wasn't a great roll, but
Religion 11. Uh, so you walk around and you do get the sense that there is some form of supernatural power attached to this site and this stone, but you are not exactly sure what it is or what its origins or purpose is.
I want to Ray of Frost it to see if that does anything.
Okay.
I'm like focused on like what type it is. I'm like, is it black tourmaline? Is it onyx?
Actually, could
what
I
is this?
could I try and cast True Strike on it and see if I get any kind of semblance about it?
That's interesting.
Okay. So hold on. First thing I heard was a Ray of Frost. So we'll let the Ray of Frost happen, and then we'll do True Strike. So Ray of Frost, go ahead. I mean, this thing, I'll say you can just hit it. I mean, it's pretty,
19.
yeah, okay, yeah, I mean, it hits. Go ahead and roll damage. I mean,
But I
it's
look
pretty hard to
cool while I
miss.
hit it.
Yeah, so roll your damage.
Shit, I should have guidanced myself.
Yeah, so you hit it with a Ray of Frost, and you're able to blast off a fragment of this stone. You hit it with the Ray of Frost, and actually 3 fragments break off. So you have 3 fragments of this mysterious black stone from the swamp.
I'm
So
gonna take one and toss one to each of the present party members.
So Ken, you're rolling True Strike. You're casting True Strike on this. Let me see. What are the details of this?
Can I try to avoid grabbing it for a second? Like I try to not touch it for a bit.
Like I toss it to you and you just let it like drop to the ground. Kind of like look at it.
I like move to the side. Like I don't want to touch it yet.
Yeah. So I'll say, you know what, Ken? I'll say go ahead with a True Strike. Go ahead and roll an Arcana check with advantage.
I wasn't sure if you were gonna let me do that for anything because it's kind of meant for. Oh, you said with.
Well, it says a target. It doesn't say it has to be a creature, and you're spending a spell slot. Okay. So with a 22. You
Damn.
So you're able to understand a little bit better the nature of the paranormal energy here that that Altias was sensing, and you also recall that Ogre Lord Bufal had mentioned that Bolbara was a warlock, and you having some knowledge of various arcane arts know that warlocks typically have some sort of patron or source of their magic. These things can often be otherworldly, and you get the sense that this is a ritual stone that has been here for quite some time. This is an ancient monument to some primordial god, and can serve as a spellcasting focus. And you think that perhaps this may be a significant site to Bolbara, being, a warlock spellcaster.
So, how would I feel about being a lawful good, super pious Luxon believer, and knowing this is some kind of thing for a lesser deity?
Yeah,
do they like coexist with each other, or do I want to like?
So, this is as I said, more of like a warlock spellcasting focus thing. It's not necessarily like
That I think is
it's not necessarily like Christians and pagans, right? where
This is just something that like exists, and like I know these exist. and
yeah,
people get
it
power from
coexists
them,
in the
so,
world.
like,
Yeah, and believers of the Luxon aren't like Christian crusaders. They are very very devout in their faith,
Tennis.
but they can also be quite welcoming and understanding of other cultures, and philosophies, and specifically around spellcraft. You get the sense this is, not as much like, as I said, like Christians and pagans in the medieval times.
No, I got you. Oh, so I just kind of relay that back.
Yeah.
Like,
However,
seems to
with
be-
with your check, you're also able to gain some insight into the fragments. Now knowing the properties of this stone, knowing those fragments that Humberto broke off. Oh, and I'm sorry, Humberto. I also need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Looks like your next class might be work lock.
They're saving. What happened? What happened? What did I do?
But for casting that ray of frost.
that was me, bro.
That was Ken.
Oh, it's Ken. Oh, sorry. I thought you did because you're all right. Sorry, it's Ken. Yeah, make that charisma saving throw. Sorry, I thought because you're the frost dragonborn, I thought you were casting the ray. Yeah, you're right. Your class doesn't have that. You're a rogue.
This isn't good.
Oh yeah, very similar voices.
So you take you take 4 points of psychic damage when you cast the ray of frost. However, you do get the fragment, and you realize this fragment allows you to cast the augury spell.
Ooh.
So I'll say you have 3 of those.
Are they
but
like
as you hit it,
the stone,
as you hit it with the ray of frost, you get, and this allows you to gain further insight into the properties of this stone. You get an intense headache and some flashes of just elemental chaos in your mind. Yeah.
What does augury do?
Do you want me to read augury?
I just found it.
So it's like a fortune teller.
Oh, sweet. It's just kind of, we can ask it for like advice. Cool. I get 3 of them.
Yep.
Awesome. All right. Do you guys want to check anything else on here? Search for something fun, or move on?
So is this the fort right here in the bottom left? Here's
Yep.
the ridge line.
Yep.
I say we just go straight for the fort, but we go up there sneakily because that storm's. Hey guys, that storm is right above it, so let's go check the fort out, but like sneakily.
Okay. Should I pass? I don't know how close we are, but I'm open to casting Pass Without Trace.
I
Sure.
want to use one of the fragments and cast augury, and
Yeah. Absolutely.
say that we want to try and sneak in the back entrance of the fort.
Oh, he's knocking at the back door. Should I let him in?
And do you guys think that's good? I'm gonna pick the back entrance because then he'll tell us for the results. So if we pick a direction, we can kind of get an idea of whether that's a good way to start or whether we should kind of go a different way.
Yeah, I support it.
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say we're gonna try and sneak in the back through the back side of the fortress.
Hmm. So you
Is this
receive
happening?
an
Because I
omen.
want to do Pass Without Trace, or is he just asking the outcome of this?
I would say this would be that when we are like close enough that we can kind of see it in the distance.
Okay, so
But
hold on a
it's
second,
not-
because all right, as you're traveling, because you guys got lost earlier, you did lose quite a bit of travel. So by the time and after fighting the snake and stuff, by the time you get to this stone, it is in the afternoon, and so setting off from the stone, it's evening. It is becoming darker. However, you can see flashes of lightning now above this fort, and I'll say you use this augury about approaching the fort. So random reading. So so I guess I'll just tell you there. So for approaching the fort, the omen you get is weal and woe.
Is that for approaching it from the backside?
You get the sense that it is just approaching it in general. There is right now you get the sense that the outcome is indeterminate. Things could go really, really well or really, really bad at this point.
Which is a bit
you guys are
reassuring.
you guys are kind of balancing on a fine edge with disaster.
Okay.
So are you continuing?
With
Are
this
you
guy.
continuing on to the fort?
I
mean-
want to pass Without Trace if we're going to be approaching, but
Okay.
I'm in support of.
So I'll say
Going
so. So here's what I'll say happens. So you guys continue on, after sunset. But I'll say because Humberto had, what you guys do is because you knew where you were and the way you wanted to approach. You cut over from the stone to the Broken Veil Bluffs. And then follow along outside of the swamp. You're able to follow the cliff face south to approach the fort. And I will say, Altias, as you, this is now in you're getting into night. Altias, you cast Pass Without Trace. Everyone, give me stealth checks.
Nice. I don't think I've ever played a character with a +1 stealth. I've always had that as a bonus.
And everything's at getting a +10 because of Pass Without
Yeah.
Trace.
28 for me. What's the +10?
31.
Oh shit!
So 28,
Ah, man, we
31,
are just-
27. I'm not even going to make Tiger roll. You guys, and using the cover of darkness, you guys are shadows in the night approaching Fort Venture.
I'm just gonna-
However,
yeah.
as you approach, it starts to begin to actually become a little easy. So actually, as you approach, there's a loud crack of thunder, and you see a lightning bolt actually shoot down out of the sky down towards the fort. And soon you begin to hear noises off in the distance. And at first you think it might, you're getting close, it might just be the raucous of the fort. But then you realize that the smoke that you had seen before from just general campfires and such is starting to grow thicker, and you're realizing these noises you're hearing are screams of terror and of men dying. And I'll say that you guys, as you come within true sight of the fort, the swamp gives way to a grassy shoreline beneath a low promontory, on which sits a modest stone keep surrounded by a tall wooden palisade. Weather-worn Dwendalian flags hang forlorn above the massive front gate, and from decorative pikes from the keep, Several rows of spike barricades surround the palisade as a defense against the predators of Brokenville Marsh. Another jagged bolt of lightning suddenly cuts through the misty air above the keep, striking the edifice as a mighty crack of thunder rumbles off the horizon. And you notice that as I said, you are hearing sounds of chaos and commotion from within the fort.
So does it sound like people are getting killed, like a one-sided evil people? It's a bloodbath, or does it sound like pure chaos?
It sounds like absolute chaos inside. You're not quite sure what is going on. As you guys approach the gates, you notice that there are no guards at their post, and actually the gate is ajar. And as you open the front gate here to Fort Venture, you see guards dead at their posts. The fort lies in ruins, and in the middle of the fort you see a figure, a diminutive figure. However, you see it glowing with energy. I'll say you guys make your way through. The gate is actually open, and coming into the courtyard here, the main spot of the gate, in the middle of the grounds here, you see a diminutive figure actually radiating with energy, a goblinoid form that looks like it's gone Super Saiyan, just surrounded by dead Dwendalian soldiers. And as this figure turns to you, you see a glowing in its eyes, and just this otherworldly scream. We will be picking up there next time in Initiative.
So we have to save her?
You don't know. That's what we'll pick up next
The
time.
person we're here to save is the one that's causing chaos. That's
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Is it like Pokemon where if I lower her health enough, I can capture her more easily?
Do you have some of her favorite snacks to throw at her?
I never use that shit. I'm here to pick her
and pulls
worst
out leftover
attribute.
snake meat and chucks it out.
So we will be picking up next time there, rolling initiative, and entering into a fight with a fully possessed Bulbara, the warlock and advisor to the village of Urzen, whom you have been tasked with recovering and returning safely to the village.
Let's do it. Man.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
So that was good fun. Good job,
Yeah, that
guys.
was fun.
Good job. And nobody died completely.